All right, today we're going to dive into the work of a hardware creator who's building technology for a world that, well, might not have the internet or the cloud or even a power grid.
Yeah, I know, it sounds a little intense, right? An apocalypse-proof computer? But it really gets you thinking. What if the tech you rely on every day could just work? No strings attached, no need for big tech, no internet connection, not even a wall outlet. We're talking about off-grid communicators, cool retro handhelds, and get this, a private AI that you can hold right in your pocket. These are gadgets that put you back in control, that protect your privacy. So, how does he do it? Let's find out. Okay, so to really get what makes these devices so special, you gotta understand the maker behind them. So, who is Bobricius? Well, the story behind the name is pretty great, actually. It all started back at a summer camp. There was another kid named Peter, so to avoid confusion, they nicknamed him Bobricius, which is just Slovak for beaver. You know how nicknames are. It kind of evolved, got a little more epic sounding, and Bobricius was born. It just stuck, and now that's who he is in the maker world. And this right here, this is his whole philosophy, his guiding star. Minimalist yet functional. It's all about packing the most punch into the smallest possible package. This idea is literally baked into the DNA of everything he makes. It's all about being smart, efficient, and powerful.
So, where did this all begin? Well, kind of like his hardware, his journey started small, but with some seriously big ideas. You can really see how one idea led to the next here. First, he's shrinking things down with the Picoduino, one of the tiniest development boards out there, just proving that small doesn't mean weak. Then he starts making circuit boards move. Yeah, turning these flat, passive things into actual motors. From there, he gets into energy harvesting, building watches that literally run forever without a battery. And then, and this is super cool, he starts designing kits to help beginners get into electronics. It's this perfect progression, each project building on the last. And all of this experimentation led to this huge aha moment. The big realization was that a circuit board isn't just a chunk of fiberglass that you stick components on. No way. The board itself can be an active part of the system. It can be the motor. It can be the actuator. The whole thing can be the machine. And that changes everything. Okay, so with that game-changing idea in mind, let's see how this philosophy gets applied to a problem you and I deal with every single day. Think about it. We spend our lives tapping on flat, cold glass screens. Bobricius looked at this and thought, man, we've lost something. We've lost that satisfying click, that tactile feel of a real keyboard. And for things like coding or just writing a long message, that precision is, well, it's everything. So what's the solution? This is where that minimalist philosophy just shines. Instead of making 10 different gadgets for 10 different jobs, he asked a simple question. Why not build one single perfect piece of hardware and just let the software change its personality?
And this is exactly what that looks like. Over on the left, you've got the hardware, the Pi computer, just one device. But on the right, you have its different souls. You load up the ArmorChat software, and boom, it's an off-grid messenger that talks over radio waves. You flash it with Pico ZX, and suddenly you're holding a retro ZX Spectrum computer. It's like one body with a bunch of different minds you can swap out. So clever.
This whole idea of one hardware, many uses, it leads directly to what might be his most important and ambitious project yet. Something that's incredibly relevant right now, a private AI that fits in your pocket. And here it is. This is Zapier. And the story behind it is awesome. It was created during that big global chip shortage when you couldn't get anything. So its design is pure genius born out of necessity. The name, Zapier, it comes from zero component because it hooks a screen, keyboard, and audio directly to a Raspberry Pi's pins. No extra chips needed. It's the absolute essence of that minimalist yet functional idea. So why should you care? I mean, what's the big deal? Well, just look at the difference. The AI we're used to, cloud AI, it's always sending your private data to some corporate server. It's useless without an internet connection. And you're often paying a subscription. Zeppa is the complete opposite. Your conversations stay on the device 100% private. It works anywhere, totally offline. And you own it. The hardware, the software, all of it. Full stop. And don't think for a second that because it's small and private, it's weak. This little thing is a beast. It runs powerful AI models right on the device. It can understand your voice and talk back to you. It even works as a full-blown Linux computer. It's a genuine AI powerhouse that fits in your hand. So,
When you step back and look at everything, from those tiny little moving circuit boards all the way up to this private AI, you start to see this really clear, really powerful set of ideas emerge. You could call it the Bobricius philosophy.
It really all boils down to these core principles. His stuff is minimalist, but it's functional, small but mighty. It's accessible, using parts you can actually find and afford. It's resilient, designed to work when the big systems go down. And maybe the most important part, it's all about privacy. It's about putting the control back where it belongs, with you.
It doesn't matter if he's making a simple kit for a beginner or a super advanced AI terminal. The mission, the goal has always been the same: to empower people with technology that they actually truly own.
And really, that's the big question to chew on, isn't it? We live in a world where our data is constantly being bought and sold, where we basically rent our devices from giant corporations. In a world like that, what's the real power of owning a piece of technology that is, 100%, without a doubt, completely yours? I think if you look at the work of Bobricius, the answer might just be everything.